Hey baby dolls, it's Ashley
and Chloe,
and today we're going to be doing my 2017 affordable favorites. So if you want to see everything that I have really just been loving throughout this entire year that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, you're in the right place. Just keep watching. First thing I want to talk about is this Revlon Photo Ready Pore Reducing Primer.
That is $13.
This is one of the only primers I've ever used, drugstore or high-end, where I feel like I can actually see it working on my skin before I even put any other makeup on top of it. I really love this primer, honestly. Okay, so next for foundation, we're going to talk about the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation.
And that is $5.
And this, I mean, if you've been on YouTube for any amount of time, you've heard people talk about this. It's $5, medium but buildable coverage. It wears light on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy. It looks great. You really can't beat it. I love it. The only thing I will say is that a lot of people complain about the smell, but it doesn't really bother me. So next we're going to talk about the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer.
And they are $8 a piece.
And I've got it in fair, brightening, and neutralizing. So I mean, it's just one's like a skin tone and two are like kind of color correcting. I just really love this concealer. I had been using the skin tone one for a really long time, so I picked up the color correcting ones to see how well they would work, and they work great, honestly. This is probably my favorite concealer that I've ever used from the drugstore, not just for the past year, but like ever. Alright, and then for powder is the Coty Airspun powder.
And it is $6.
Yep, $6. You really can't beat it. This is another one that has like a scent. But honestly, I love the smell of this powder because to me it makes me nostalgic. It reminds me of the powder that my grandmother used to use when I was a little kid. So I love the smell of this powder, but I also love the quality of this powder. It looks good. I never feel like it looks cakey or sinks into any of my fine lines or pores. I always feel like my skin looks great when I set my makeup with this powder. And for blush, I have been absolutely loving the Milani Powder Blush in the shade Tea Rose.
And it is $9.
I love the color of this. I love that it lasts all day. I love that it works with any makeup that I'm wearing. This is just by far my favorite blush right now, especially in the shade Tea Rose. Alright, next we're going to talk about bronzer, and my favorite bronzer, which is another one I'm sure you've heard about if you've been on YouTube for any amount of time at all, is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer.
And that is $15.
Yeah, and it is $15, but Physicians Formula has always been known to be a little bit more expensive than all the other drugstore brands, so I don't feel like I was super surprised at the price. But I love it. I absolutely love it. It's so amazing. I love the scent. I love the way it wears. I love the way it looks. Love it. Love everything about it.
It smells like sun tanning lotion.
Yeah. Yeah. It does have a scent like sun tanning lotion, but to me it smells better than any like sun tanning lotion I've ever smelled. But that is like something you smell in it. I don't know. I just love this. I just feel like it wears better and longer than a lot of other drugstore bronzers that I have tried. Alright, and so next we are going to go ahead and get into highlighter. And for highlighter, I have a number one and a runner-up. So my actual like number one favorite this year for highlighter are the NYX Duochrome highlighting powders.
And they are $8, and I know they've been in one of her other favorites videos.
Yeah, I have for sure talked about these in one of my previous favorites videos this year. I love these so much, I've actually picked up 5 of them now. I just feel like the sheer volume of them tells you how much I love them. I wear them alone. Sometimes I mix them, a couple of them together. They're just amazing all around and super long wearing. And so my runner-up for highlight this year are the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powders.
And they're $5 a piece.
But again, every time I see a new color of one of these that I don't have, I pick it up because I absolutely love these highlighters. They are gorgeous. I don't think that they are quite as long wearing as the NYX Duochrome ones, but still, they are so beautiful. So beautiful. And for the price, come on. Alright, so next we'll go into lips. And for my favorite liquid lipsticks, I did pick the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit liquid lipsticks.
And they're $3 a piece.
Right, which I feel like you can't beat. I, at this point, have 6 of them. I love all of these. I wear them regularly. I mean, for $3, you can't beat it. They're pigmented. They're not patchy. They last for a really good amount of time. I mean, I'm not going to say that you put it on and it's going to last all day because that would be a lie, but it's $3 and it does last for a pretty long time. I mean, I love these. I love the colors of these. I love the quality of them. I love them. So first for eyes is brows, and undoubtedly my absolute favorite in brows has been the e.l.f. brow pencil.
And they are $2 each.
$2. I'm 100% sure I've talked about these in favorites videos before and other videos. I love them. I think that they are fantastic. I can get my brows done so quickly with these. It stays all day long. I've never had any problems. I love these. And then for eyeliners, my favorite eyeliners of the year have definitely been the NYX Faux White liners.
And they're $8 each.
Right. So it's the same like brightening effect as putting a white liner on your waterline, but they are tinted in other colors, so it makes it go with certain eye looks and eyeshadows a little bit better. Why not? Still get that effect, but then also have colors that are closer to the eye look I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Win-win. Alright, and so next I'm going to go into eyeshadow, and this is another one where I had a winner and a runner-up. So the winner this year is definitely the e.l.f. Mad for Matte 2 eyeshadow palette.
And it was $10.
Yeah, $10. I love e.l.f. I love e.l.f. shadows. I have the original Mad for Matte palette. I can't wait to get my hands on the Mad for Matte 3 palette. And I just love this. I love the colors. I love the quality. I love everything about this palette. And for $10, I highly, highly suggest it. And then the runner-up, and honestly this would have been the winner if it wasn't for the price, is the NYX Ultimate Warm Neutrals palette.
And it is $20.
$20 this palette was. I just feel like NYX has gotten a little bit out of control with their pricing this year. This isn't the only palette that I thought was a little bit overpriced by them this year. I thought about and contemplated getting or not getting this palette for a really long time before I finally wound up picking it up because the price really, really did deter me. I really do think that NYX has surprised and disappointed a lot of people with some of their prices this year. This is an amazing eyeshadow palette. It really, really is. But I just do kind of have a little bit of a problem with the fact that I paid $20 for an eyeshadow palette from a brand that is supposed to be affordable. Anyway, last but certainly not least is another category where I picked a winner and a runner-up, and that is mascara. And the one that I picked as my absolute winner for drugstore or affordable mascara this year is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise.
And it is $8.
Yeah. So it's not even 10 bucks. I absolutely love this. A lot of people throughout the year were calling it a dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And I can see why they said that. The wand looks similar, the packaging looks similar, but in my opinion, the formulas are actually a lot different. And I know the first few times I wore it, I did say I thought it was a dupe, but the more I wore it, the more I realized that the formulas, in my opinion, were actually very different. And for me, personally, like, I know she would disagree because that Too Faced mascara is probably her favorite. For me personally, I like the Lash Paradise better than the Too Faced mascara. I love this. And the runner-up is the Almay One Coat Mega Volume Mascara.
And it is $8, and I know she's talked about this on her channel before.
Yeah, and I love this. It's got the cone-shaped applicator. This is just so wonderful for giving your lashes an amazing amount of length and volume, but it never, ever, ever clumps up because of the shape. It just fans your lashes out so perfectly and so beautifully. So I mean, this, you really can't beat it. The only reason that I would say I like the Lash Paradise a little bit better is because even though it doesn't have that fanning out effect, I do feel like I get a little bit more length and volume from the Lash Paradise. So that's all we've got for you today, and all we've got for you this year. I really do hope you enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed anything about me or my channel all year long, go ahead and give me a thumbs up today just to round out the year on a good note. Please be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any of the awesome stuff I have coming up next year. All right, I love you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.